What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Right, so vlog number 5, I think it is. Maybe 6. Definitely not 4. I'm gonna take a chill pill during this vlog, babe. So, anyways, I had to get some new shoes, right? For those of you who know me, I like my shoes, right? I skate a lot. And for you skaters out there, you probably go through a pair of shoes about every 2 weeks or whatever. So, I think it was the second vlog I did, I showed you guys my VANS Crockets. And that must have been about 2 weeks ago. Look at them now. Terrible, eh? Tell you what though, these aren't bad. They're not VANS' best shoes, but they're certainly not their worst. It took a very long time to break them in. For those of you who don't really understand what I mean by break shoes in, when you get a new pair of skate shoes and you step onto the board for the first time on them, right? The board seems a bit slippery. So you'd go to pop an ollie and the board won't cling to your feet as well as it should. You might try to do a kickflip and generally the board just feels very slippery. And I don't know if that's because there's some kind of waxy layer on the surface of the sole, but that's what generally happens, right, when you buy a fresh pair of skate shoes. So it takes about 2 days of skateboarding to break them in. So before the Crockets, I got the VANS old school 92s, right, 92 Pros. These shoes are amazing. They're not as good as the TNT 5s, but I think I enjoyed walking in them more than skateboarding in them. Purely because they look like old school VANS, right? The black and white old school VANS. But they have this one difference that really stands out, and that's the label right here. If you go into a VANS store and you pick up some old schools, right, you won't have this label. And I know it sounds really like superficial to talk about label, but if you think about just the way it just sits on the side stripe, I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. Plus, the sole's fatter, right? I don't know if you can see it, if it's in focus. Sole's fatter. There's more of a suede material on this panel here, which is another difference between the Pro and the normal version. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, I was a bit naughty today. Oh, another thing, so, these are super rare now. You go into any VANS shop, right, at least in London, ask for the old school Pros, they won't have them. They'll tell you they've stopped doing them. Why? I don't know. It's like VANS' best shoe. It's crazy, right? So, went to Covent Garden today, went into Slam City Skates, went downstairs into their little VANS shop, and managed to track down not one, but 2 pairs. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Seriously. 2 pairs of VANS old school Pros. Seriously, man. Go shawty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' drink Bacardi like it's your birthday. Because we don't give a fucking... Love it. Seriously, man. I'm so stoked I found these. So, these are possibly like the last 2 pairs of VANS old school Pros in any shop in London. So, well, haps in it. So I'm not going to skate in these. It'll be like a crime to skate in these shoes. I'm going to walk in them. Because I had the old schools, right? The normal old schools. And they lasted me like 10 years. It's crazy. So, hopefully, I've got about 20 years worth of VANS shoe in these. 20 years. Yeah, well anyways, that's enough about me. How you doing, man? How you doing? How's it going, baby? Yeah. If you live in London, or Britain, or UK in general, don't know why it'd be isolated to London, the clocks have gone back. So, you might want to set your clocks back if you haven't already. So if you have, good on you. And if you didn't have to, then you're like well up to date in it. Anyways, that's it from me. Hopefully my heel bruise will heal in time for my next hardcore skate. But until then, I shall see you all later. And I'll finish these jelly beans. Late's potatoes in it. See ya.